about as live as I'm gonna be. Yeah, I think I fixed it, Kate. I think I fixed it. I am working out my phone mount situation, but this is not the typical phone mount I would normally use. So we'll see what happens. But we're trying. If everything sucks, just let me know, and we'll figure it out. Hopefully, you guys can hear me. Look, double tab lurk. Let's do it. We're just trying to figure out if we're waiting for this fucking storm south of McKinney, or which I think is what we're gonna do. Might have to go a little bit further south, but I think we're on the right track with what we're doing here. So really high base on all these storms. So we might get murked. My poor Audi's gonna get murked with maybe some sky high hail out of this, but you know, we'll see what happens. I'm gonna turn a little bit so y'all can stare at the storm the same way, same way as Senor Dylan over here. But we're making a. I mean, these storms are moving so slow. It's so hard to it's like we're playing sit here and wait for the most part. Look, I already got a crack in my windshield. I'm surprised you can't even see it on stream. My phone's cracked. My windshield's got a rock chip in it and a little crack like over here somewhere. I'm surprised it's not. You might catch it at some point on the windshield, depending the angle. But you know, now that I figured out this whole live stream from my phone situation, uh, one of these days, I'll get my Stream Deck and everything else set up in here. But this is not my standard chase vehicle. It's just far better on gas than my truck. So yeah, it can outrun any storm, but it's no point in outrunning a storm when it's moving at like 15 miles an hour. So these things are super slow today. But looking at radar, it's definitely coming right at us. We may go a couple miles further south, but something. Welcome, everybody. Thanks for all the comments. That's what I'm saying. I told him, he said the same. I don't know if you heard it on his stream. He goes, maybe we might get pelted with some hail. I said, if I see some hail, I'm turning around. I have absolutely zero desire to go denting up my nice car over here. But they're going super slow, so I can turn around and run out. We did get another severe warning on this storm behind the one that we're staring at right now, which would be here in an hour probably, if not more. That just got a new severe warning. This flash flood warning expires in 3 hours, but it's barely raining. We're probably going to get dumped on in rain here shortly. We got a mega storm on radar coming this way. we should definitely. I got a good bit of lightning strikes out of this storm too. I think we're on the fence about cutting back 40 or just going further south because 40 will give us a much better view on the storm. Get bad storms in the UK. That's what I heard. One of my best friends lives out in Germany, and he said the same thing last night. They got some pretty bad ones out there as well, which I know is not that close to the UK, but still, nonetheless, I I think we should go slightly south from where we are. But we also are just looking directly at the storm, so I see all these lightning strikes on radar, but I don't see shit in person. Scotland got them at 5 a.m. That's crazy.
Alberta?
Just south?
It's more south, yeah, but look at that storm that's right towards us.
That's what I was thinking. I said we could either go west on 40 and go like
because
southeast.
I don't know what you're trying to drive today, how much you're chasing. I'm gonna be chasing this always the sundown. So like, if you want to hit this Alberta, we can do that. Go south, go to Alberta. We're gonna have to go down 85 a little further, but we're gonna have to take the next exit as possible because we're gonna not want to be blocked by all the trees on 85.
Yeah.
But and from there, depending on what this Halifax storm does, I might end up in Emporia or South Hill, bro. Because that Halifax storm was severe warning.
I just saw that.
There's a lot of storm spotters on it right now, and there's rotation and stuff. I might end up sometime today in either South Hill or Emporia. But like I said, I'm gonna be chasing for a while today. I got nothing going on.
Yeah, fair enough.
So
yeah, I mean I'm down to go south. I think we need to anyways.
We'll go to like Alberta area.
Yeah.
All right, that's fun. Are you going? Am I following you?
I don't know. I'm flying blind right now, so.
Okay, let me pull it up. Yeah, you only have one. Yeah.
I still got my other phone, but that's very spotty at best. So.
Alberta's a little town like McKinney, but I think it's like 2 exits down. It's only
I mean, it's gotta be like 5 miles.
Huh?
5 or 10 miles, right? That ain't far.
Yeah, it's a little further. It's like 18 minutes away.
Oh.
Down 85.
Yeah, I mean it's kind of coming that way, so might as well.
Yeah, and with how fast that storm is moving, we should be able to get there and set up before we get there. But it would probably be very photogenic.
Yeah, well that's why I'd rather get somewhere where we can see it, because right now we can't see shit. So.
All right, guys. After you follow me, I got my GPS pulled up, bro.
What's up, MG? Thanks for the likes. Hey, Christy. How's it going? We're going to have a fun... I know Dylan's going to stream far longer than I will, but I ain't about to drive 2 hours away from my house. I will, on a much more high-risk day than today, which we don't get a lot of, but I'm not a huge fan of chasing linear storms on moderate days. Or marginal days, sorry. So I'm not 100% sure how long I'll be live, but I'll be live at least past this first storm, if not the second one, depending how it's looking. So, like I said, the one behind this one is looking real solid and far more solid than the one that we're headed to right now. So. Shut all my windows so you can actually hear me talk. Oh God. Some of the dudes. Wow. Some dude's motorcycle on fire. down, sliding on this mount, man. I hate this thing. This thing is definitely going to fall off at some point. I need a much better suction cup mount than what I got, I'll tell you that. This thing is already kind of fucking pissed me off. But on the road down to Alberta, Virginia, trying to chase this storm. Hopefully ends up being pretty nice. We'll find out. I mean, it still looks decent on radar. A lot of lightning. Hopefully we get a good view of it. I'm telling you though, this freaking phone mount has been the death of me today. I have another one in here, but you won't get much of a view out of it if I decide to use it, so. We're, if anyone isn't from Dylan's stream in here, we're, mobbing with Dylan. He's ahead of us. Moderate Motley on the YouTube. Playing a whole lot of, sit and wait today. It is a very, I definitely was not anticipating live streaming today. I did bring my other phone for GPS just in case, but I was not really anticipating doing any of this. This phone, basically the magnet on my iPhone is not the type made for this type of magnetic phone charger, so it's not exactly the best, but as you can tell, it's very floppy. But I actually have the magnet for the mount in this card, just not the one I'm using, so figure maybe I'll try and get a little bit of storm after out. Like I said, I'm not going to be out here as long as Dylan, but be out until I get tired of driving before I run out of gas, one of the two. One more exit. We'll be out there looking at lagging a little, flipping trees. That's what we get for being in the country. We're in the middle of, well, we're basically in the middle of nowhere. There's not much of anything out this way, so I anticipate the lagging happening quite a bit here. Gotta play catch up with them. That's the downside to chasing in Virginia for the most part, at least where we chase. I know out west is about the same as well. A lot of pine trees. You can't tell by most of Mr. Motley's stream. All we ever do is drive in a bunch of pine trees. Occasionally we'll get some farmland. I know he goes further than I do, so he's a little bit more out. But you know, Motley's frozen. That's just he got Verizon too, and he has much worse luck with his than I do. But I'm sure if he's lagging, I will too. But at least he got a backup Starlink. I don't have Starlink. I've been wanting to buy one of the RV mobile ones for when I go camping and whatever. But I don't know. I don't camp that much. I don't feel like spending $500 on it. But it would be super nice to have. We're like 2 miles from getting off, maybe a mile from getting off the highway and having a pretty good look at this storm. Yeah, his problem, which isn't really a problem, it's a benefit to him. His problem is his phone will switch back and forth to Starlink and then mobile data, and it kind of screws everything up. It's a benefit for him when he's somewhere where he doesn't get service and Starlink has it, but sometimes it causes some lag. I'm sure, like I said, I'm sure mine at some point will also end up lagging, but I can't tell how much service I have because I'm in the middle of I just, I only got one working phone, so I can't tell. You get a decent view coming up on this right around this corner. Such a high base on these storms, but still a good view. It's right off to our right off to our west right now, so off to my right. Be off on the next exit and get a pretty good look, hopefully. We can get out of these freaking trees. Probably be the bane of our existence today with where we're chasing. If we're out for a while, maybe not, but at least where we're at right now is nothing but trees. Get a little bit of farmland once we get off, but not much. Oh my god, this phone mount sucks. Don't ever buy the ones from O'Reilly's. This thing is garbage. Get you like an actual fancy phone mount like the one I normally use in this car. I need one of those ones with the grippers, the old school ones that's non-magnetic, and it would be perfect, but making some progress. Miley's right ahead of me in the blue car. Can kind of see his Starlink hanging out the back window. My phone's about to fall. Stupid mount. This mount pisses me off. I have a gripper one somewhere. I couldn't tell you where it is. I've had it for years. But I grabbed the one out of my work truck before I came here, just in case I wanted to go live. So it's fine if I'm just sitting here not driving this car, because this car sits pretty low and does not exactly ride the smoothest, so it's a little bit jank. Ooh, that looks pretty nice. We should get off and go east, or west, but we're going east. Look, there's Miley right in front of me. At some point, I'm sure we'll have two totally different views of this. And once we get where we're going, we just got to get there first. Trying to get a little bit ahead of it so we can get a decent view. Or try and get a decent view. Like I said, we're in a bunch of freaking trees, so. I don't even know what storm we're going to anymore. I'm assuming it's the same one we were talking about. Visitor Center. Oh yeah, this is a good view. What is this road? So what I get for trusting Motley's questionable navigation skills at all times. This is definitely a choice. Find out how long this road goes until it ends. Storm is looking a little bit weaker now than it was. We've officially hit the end of the road. See, this is what I'm talking about with Motley's navigational skills. Look where this has gotten us.
This road was showing me it goes down further.
That's what I said. I said, this is what I get for trusting Motley's navigation skills.
I seen the show cloud. I seen this road goes down further into this town, and I'm guessing this thing used to be a road that went further in, but then they turned it into the highway.
Yeah.
They didn't update ways. I don't know.
That's crazy.
So I'm telling them if you seen that wall cloud, that shell cloud over there, but I'm trying to get the visual of that.
Yeah. Well, that's why I thought this was going to be the road that, apparently not. There's a lot of beer cans back here. This man got me off-roading in the Audi, man. What are we doing? The upside, one of the upsides is I can keep my windows closed because my AC works. I don't ride the struggle bus nearly as much. Ooh, that storm is looking pretty nice over off to our east as well. That was our original special weather statement storm. Obviously not special weather statement anymore. None of these are. Ooh, that thing is looking good. It is. Man, this one off to our the one we're after right now is looking real nice. Got a nice. It's so high. If these were like 500 feet lower, it'd be even crazier. But we have like Motley was saying earlier, the Cape is not super high, or the Cape is high, not, you know what I'm trying to say. We just got another, flash flood warning. Never mind. I mean, that storm, right? The storm we were just looking at, which is now behind us, that one's starting to swell up real nice. It's the one we just left, but got some pretty good updraft in it. I mean, I feel like that where we just were in McKinney, that storm off to our east just blew up. This one's still looking pretty good. The storm down south in like Chase City, or I guess Southwest, down in Chase City is still looking pretty good as well. At some point we'll probably catch that. Nah, it's central Virginia, southern central Virginia. We're just like southwest of Richmond. I did hear there was a tornado warning in Canada though, like an hour ago. Man, that storm is looking exploding in front of us. That shelf cloud is crazy off to our south. Try not to lose a windshield and some hail today, but I got zero deductible glass coverage. It's fine. The storm that we're on now was about an hour ago producing 1-inch sized hail, so it was pea size earlier, about an inch about an hour ago. I mean, the storm looks crazy, super high, so we can actually get a halfway decent view of it if we can get a look. I still shouldn't be trusting Motley's navigational skills to get us where we're going, but we're just kind of raw dogging it at this point. I mean, this storm is looking nice. Ton of scud at the bottom of this. Do have a little shelf cloud action right off to kind of a little bit right of center. Pull up a little bit and get a decent view. I don't know what we'll be able to see up here, but kind of where this little pine tree sapling is. storm looks so weird. We're facing south and it's moving west. But there's not a... Oh, I mean, it's like there's a ton of lightning on this storm, and I don't see any of it. We're starting to get some winds out of the storm. Not really any rotation on the storm. But it does look cool. Oh, there's some lightning. Yeah, the storm is it's a nice view for here. I know we'll get some pretty decent storms basically now until way later tonight. Tomorrow is going to be a lot, I don't want to say worse, but it's basically going to be raining all day tomorrow. I didn't bother checking day 2 outlooks, but I don't think we have any. Like, today's our only real moderate risk of anything severe as far as I know. What's crazy is all these storms are out of our flood watch. Molly wants to leave, so we're rolling out. I don't know where we're going. This whole no walkie-talkie scenario today may have been something. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, well, oh, it's gonna be a bunch of trees. We know that. The storm has changed shape. Kind of broke apart a little bit. The main portion we were just looking at is headed more towards our north, so we're headed over there. Hopefully, get a pretty decent view. It's gonna start pouring real soon. I had nothing else better to do with my day, so I came out with Molly. We were talking about it earlier. I'm not a we got to chase what we can get in Virginia. We don't get a ton of slight risks or anything higher. We don't very rarely get marginals. I know we were out. Uh, we were out. We both caught that tornado back on Whole Street Sunday, 7 days ago. Um, got a little rain shaft off to our 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock. Um, yes, if you can like and share, that would be much appreciated for sure. Yeah, we were both on that storm. I wasn't recording anything. Um, I was trying to make sure. Last night, I have a tablet today, Molly's tablet, so I can run radar and also stream for once because my other phone is a piece of junk. And I don't have the full setup that he does. But I was trying to stare at my phone at the radar and make sure I wasn't gonna die in the hook of the freaking storm. So I was trying to. You couldn't see much anyways. I ended up it was all rain wrapped and everything else. So I caught a little bit of it on my way out. We're gonna lose a lot of this soon. I don't know why. I really don't know why I'm trusting Molly. And I've noticed, especially around here, we don't like that. We don't get tornadoes a bunch. Um, we get maybe a handful a year. We've had quite a bit this year, to be honest. But they're usually rain wrapped. I've been chasing here for like on and off for like the last 10 years. Um, Half the time we get a tornado here, it's in the pitch black at night at 10 p.m. and we can't see it. And then when we can, like we don't have open plains, and they all end up rain wrapped and everything else. So I kind of wish like it's one of the reasons I wanted to move to Texas many years ago, because one of my other passions, obviously, why I'm here. I wanted to go to school for meteorology, but wanted to go storm chasing because grow up watching Twister and reading Storm Chasers back in the day. Got me really. I mean, and I've loved weather since I was a kid. Now that I'm older, I kind of can kind of do what I want. I'm like Molly. I work for myself, so we can kind of take. Oh my God, my phone is falling off the stupid mountain. I don't really chase unless I know we're gonna have something pretty bad. I don't. I don't care that much. I gotta speed up. I'm gonna lose where he goes because I'm driving slow. And he always wanted. You always want to yell at me about me driving fast. He's driving fast. Yo, stand your half of the road, guy. Golly. Searching for an open spot like we just had. It's the downside to trying to chase here. We don't get a lot of open spaces. We are about to get dumped on rain, though. Trying to stay kind of ahead of it, but we're just driving north and south. We're only going to stay ahead of it for a very brief amount of time. Oh my god. Sorry if the camera's shaking. I'm trying to keep it flat. This phone mount has already pissed me off today. Oh, that dude cutting his grass reminded me I was going to go cut my grass this morning, but I didn't do that. So, oh my god, what is happening? I need that motley fancy magnetic mount. Like the Amazon guru of good shit. Ooh, this is a nice. Got a little bit of inflow tail going on that storm over there. It's a pretty nice view out here. Finally out of the damn trees. We're about to go right back into the trees, but oh, we do have some rotation on this storm right in front of us. It's rotating kind of rapidly, right where those scud clouds are. Oh my god, right where those scud, dude, that's what I'm saying. We have some crazy rotation right off to our 10 o'clock. We have some wild rotation on that storm. I don't know why this thing looks potato quality AF, but rotation's kind of calmed down a little bit, but it's still going. But you know, we don't have a ton of we have like an almost negligible tornado risk today, so if we get one I'll be super happy, but it's it is unlikely, I'll tell you that. Does this stream look unfocused for anybody else, or is it just me? Because it looks very out of focus on my end. I don't know why that is. Yeah, I don't know how to turn that on or off. don't know enough about this live streaming shit to know what I'm doing. It does look very like, it's like my autofocus is like freaking out for some reason. We are a couple minutes away from getting absolutely dumped on by rain. It's all good, Kate. I'll figure it out. Like I said, next, I'd love to go get my fancy camera and everything else like everybody else has, and get that mounted in here and stream with the Stream Deck and actually get some high quality video. Yeah, if it's hail, luckily we don't really have a hail core, at least on weather-wise anyways. Radar Omega might show something entirely different, but what the one we're staring at right now is just severe, nothing on the hail though, thankfully. We'd have a little lowering off onto the left, but I said this was the storm that had rotation some pretty rapid rotation, 5 minutes ago? I mean, there's a couple places on here that have some, but yeah, Reed is a crazy man. I fell in love with Reed probably as much, or about the same time as everybody else back in the Storm Chasers era. I've been following all those guys forever. The only downside to Motley trying to help me is I'm on iPhone and he's on Android, and he doesn't know that much about iPhone streaming. But I can't tell my autofocus is freaking out because it's trying to focus on the stupid raindrops. Yeah, I feel that. I've been, like I said, I've been twisting. Oh shit! Losing my phone. All right, we're going freehand. We're going freehand for now. So I go this dumbass road. Sorry if it's a little shaky. But yeah, I was a huge fan of like Twist X and Tony Laubach back in the day. Not so much Sean Casey, but Sean Casey was kind of the reason why. I'll be careful. Sean Casey was kind of half the reason why Storm Chasers existed in the first place, but know we're trying to get behind it and onto the next right now, so we'll be out of this heavy rain here shortly. There's a little bit of nice, bright blue skies up ahead. Just mount again now that we're not on the back road. Attempt number 6 on this stupid phone mount. Try to turn my lights on. Storm does look crazy just off to our left. It's the one that we're on right now. Trying to get back ahead of it. I do have absolutely almost no idea where we are, though, because no GPS. I'm not looking at my other phone right now. Dude, I'm telling you, it works fine for the work truck. I only use it in vertical mode. I don't put my phone horizontal on it because it does shit like this, and it makes me mad. I don't really ever even use it in my truck for the same reason, because I paid like $35 for this thing, and it sucks. A little bit of that is probably my iPhone. I just need to buy like a MagSafe, fancy, overpriced Apple mount, but since it's going right back in the work truck, and I'm never using this shit ever again, except for to occasionally hook my phone up to when I'm sitting still, because even in the work truck on vertical, I'll just be driving around and it'll just like fall off. Like I'm waiting, I keep trying to adjust it to try and keep it on this stupid thing, but I'm waiting for it to just fall off onto my dash, and that'd just be it. But I hate this thing. Biggest piece of shit ever. I don't even know what brand it is, but it's fucking terrible. I'll tell you that. This whole storm is just full of rain right now. So low with rain, man. Finally a storm that's not a billion feet in the air. I know Miley's showing it on his, but I'm gonna try and get. I'm gonna leave this thing on the mount because not using a mount. Although it's probably better if I just hold it in my hand the whole time. I mean, where we just came from on the way towards Dinwiddie, that storm is popping off right now. Got a farm tractor ahead of us. That's how you know we out in the middle of nowhere. Kind of close to where, I mean, we're like 40 minutes away from where me and Motley live, but maybe an hour, something like that. But we are in the middle of nowhere. Yeah, I can imagine the signal is not great. We're in the trees, man. Do have some backside rotation on that Dinwiddie storm. Trees and no cell towers would definitely do that. I know Miley's in the same boat. This Starlink doesn't work very well in trees, so. This next line of storms is kind of coming our way. Are we heading east towards Emporia? Fair enough. Should just open the stupid map. I feel bad for those people. If we're going east to Emporia, we're gonna be driving through. We're gonna be driving through something. But I'm down to go that way. I'm okay with that. Everything that line of storms we were just in, obviously moving off to the east. I wish we were on that Dinwiddie storm, but there's no way we would have known that. Special weather statement on that storm. Still got the special weather statement on the Clarksville storm. Oh, rip phone. Well, thanks for the heads up, Blondie. I appreciate that. Oh my God, what the back? I accidentally turned my phone off. Oh my God, what is happening? Kate, I'm losing my patience. Oh, we're in the middle of a thunderstorm, so I would not be surprised if Motley's out. If I'm out, I wouldn't be surprised if I'm out. I mean, we're under a pretty bad storm, so already crap cell service will probably be even worse. Man, this thing is coming down. This thing sucks. Like driving through a friggin' river. Getting over a lane. I don't like that. I mean, it really is. I mean, I kind of see some blue skies ahead of us. Once we get through that, back, oh my God, and back off to the east, we'll be fine. I've also realized how shitty my tires are because I can feel it. A little bit of hydroplane action happening. Come on, I'm almost out of it. At least we haven't hit any hail yet. Got the flasher squad out here with the flashers on in the rain. Not that I condone drinking and driving, but I could go for a beer right now. That sounds kind of nice. Might have me a crispy cold one when I get back to the house. We're out of it. I really don't know why my windshield wipers are on 100 miles an hour. Change that shit. I don't really use my windshield wipers because I don't really drive this car in the rain, so I don't really drive this car at all. Look, I don't care. I don't care what we play. I'm used to driving blasting music. So sitting in here by myself is with no music is weird for me. I may or may not end up out. Yeah, true. I could play some of that no copyright sounds on Spotify, but I ain't trying to do all that. I find it, at least right now, I find it kind of peaceful driving around, no music, just with my thoughts. I will hopefully get my other phone back in order the next time. Slap that thing in a one of those grippy phone things, and then use that one to stream so I can use my actual phone. I can tell my autofocus is just freaking out. This phone mount doesn't make me mad on nice smooth roads. As soon as we hit a bumpy back road. Twister soundtrack, full blast, huh? I'll be jamming to a whole bunch of different stuff. Miley's a little more old school than me, but I know he be listening to some old shit because he old. But I will jam out to some like mid 2000s anything, rap, R&B, country, pop, whatever. Yeah, I mean the new music is questionable at best, or a lot of the new, obviously not all of it, but a lot of the new music is questionable. Not a huge fan, especially all this like mumbo jumbo mumble rap from the last like 10 years. I grew up on like 80s music with my dad. So I listen to a little bit of everything. Yeah, I guess. I don't know. I don't know where I am, so I guess I am going this way until we hit 95, and then we'll see. Oh my God. See, this is Navigator Dylan causing us problems. Last minute turns and shit. Just some crazy. That's wild. Back outside we go. I think we got that. I gotta figure out my auto because it stops freaking the fuck out on my thing. Oh my God. You have to zoom in and out. It's so bad. This thing is sick. Yep, I'm doing the same. I want to figure out how to get out of this thing. Can y'all hear me again? I'm trying to figure out if this is connected to my car audio or not, because if it is, that's kind of part of the problem here. Pouring and Etric. I believe that. Yeah, I have a feeling it's playing through my car audio, not my phone. So that explains a lot when I go out and nobody can hear me. So let me look at this stupid thing. Well, you know, that's about as good as it's gonna get. Back on my piece of junk phone mount you go. Next time I'll know. Disconnect the Bluetooth. I would assume that it would just auto default to my phone, because it would sound a lot better on microphone while I'm driving if it wasn't playing through my car. But that explains a lot, to be honest. You know, impromptu shenanigans. I probably could just turn off Bluetooth on my car, which is probably stupid. Probably gonna break something on the line. I'll leave it how it is for now. I'm scared to start fucking with it and then it gets all messed up. So. I mean, this line is nuts. Suffolk is looking insane. I mean, today, obviously, the later we get in the day, the more it's gonna start popping off. I mean, it's everywhere. It's basically from where we are all the way east towards the beach. That's good. I'm glad it sounds good in here. That's what happens when you spend a bunch of money on a car. I guess the phone call audio sounds halfway decent. That explains all my car's been telling me I've been in a phone call this whole time that I can't cancel. I mean, that storm ahead of us is wild, too. We're punching it. Staying ahead all the way to Emporia, got it. I figured as much. Like I said, it's the same line we've been chasing. I have absolutely no idea what road we're on. 58, I assume. Oh, yeah, I can read the sign in front of me. 58. That's what I figured. Basically, follow this. Well, I was about to say we'll follow it all the way to 95, but we're not that far from 95 currently. Battery in my mobile device is nearly empty. All right, let me plug this thing in. This is going to make it so much worse on the stupid phone mount, but I don't have a choice. See, it's already making it fall over a little bit. But what good is a stream if the phone dies, you know? This is like the most noob live stream of all time. I'm used to streaming from like a desktop computer while I'm gaming, not while I'm in my car driving, you know? I mean, like everything towards the beach right now is just popping off. I mean, we knew today it wasn't going to be a bunch of discretes. It's basically just going to be one big, massive or like a cluster of big storms. So that, I mean, we don't have a high risk for much of anything outside of heavy rain, or what I guess excessive rainfall is pretty much what we're going after. We did just get a special weather statement on that entire storm. 40-mile-an-hour winds, strong thunderstorms. Expires in like 40 minutes, which is the line we were just in, obviously, with all of the lightning and the crazy scud clouds and everything else in it. I mean, the entire cluster of storms that we're on basically got a special weather statement. So it'll get a little crazy on the storms today. We knew that. Nothing super, super severe. Probably a little bit of hail. Somewhere between like half an inch and an inch hail for the most part. Probably the worst we're going to get out of it. I don't think we're going to get a ton of hail, but these storms aren't showing a super, well, they aren't even showing, I mean, obviously on weather-wise, they're not showing anything on the hail quarter side, but that doesn't mean much. I'm looking at default tilt. Hey, you can see the crack in my windshield now. Nice. It's falling off the stupid mount again. Miley's got his phone out the back window, or out the side window facing backwards. Shit, made it to the casino. Let's go gambling. This is 100% falling off this fucking mountain, dude. I hate it so much. This is going to be the furthest east, the section we're staring at right now, furthest east section of these storms. Saw some more lightning off to the left. I don't know if the stream caught it or not. But it is looking kind of nice. Oh my god, the whole thing is falling off. Kate, if you're still in here, I need to make an Amazon wish list of a better freaking phone mount. It's got another warning out towards the beach. Severe thunderstorm warning, a couple special weather statements, a couple flood warnings. It's just a hodgepodge of everything. Oh, I'm not haven't said anything in a minute, so hopefully it still works. Molly's out here doing some crazy shit again. Oh, some last minute turns all the time. But, you know, like I said, Navigator Motley ain't it, I'll tell you that. Should have a super nice view of the storms out here where we are. Pull you off the mount. And this is a cool line of storms. Ton of lightning in these. special weather statement. Doesn't even have any hail on it. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Doesn't seem likely. Just a big, strong thunderstorm. I mean, this whole day is just getting crazy. It's going to be even crazier tonight. All right, Kate. I'll see you later. One of these days, we'll make it big chasing a bunch of bullshit. It's my one goal in life is to just chase nothing for all of my eternity and make a living. Man, it's a good thing I didn't go to that. It's a good thing I didn't go to that margarita and mimosa festival at the beach. Yeah, it started at 2. Yeah, they're getting murdered at the beach right now. That's what I was thinking. How do we already make it here? I mean, we're about to be in the worst part of it. Yeah, nah. It would be nice. Yeah, I saw it. Nah. Just 'cause the wind, probably. Yeah, we want some some naders. Naders on a day where we're not supposed to get any naders, but I'm down. I mean, it's been kind of, these storms have been popping off. Said these storms have been popping off. Yo, we got a freaking helicopter taking off over here. Look at that. Oh, well, I can't really look at it when I freaking helicopter right off to the left. Probably can't really see it. You can see a little bit of it. I'll be right back, guys.
Mine's all like, yeah. It'll be flashing like that. Yep. Yeah. But mine is at nighttime. It's on a lot of night vision because my hand's not outside the window. Like it's terrible. Yeah. I mean, it doesn't help like the angle of the windshield trying to focus on the shit reflecting off the ash on the window. Yeah. It's crazy like that. I'm always trying to apologize to the like it's all the fucking thing. Yeah, we better get going before lightning starts back.
Yeah, I'll follow.
We're in this thing now.
I'll follow you. We're back, ladies and gents, talking to Motley. Trying to figure out our plan of action here. So we out. Trying to stay ahead of this thing. I'm sure you just maybe heard him say it. They're moving super slow. They're moving like 25 miles an hour. So I assume, I'm just assuming, they're moving real slow. So we're just trying to stay ahead of this. See what we can, see what kind of views we can get over where we were trying to go the last time we were out, where everything fell apart. Our favorite spot to chase over in Land Day Court. Trying to see. It is pretty low. It is pretty low on that storm over there, but nothing on rotation, nothing. I mean, it'd be cool. It's just one big line, one little QLCS spin up, but all these special weather statements are mostly just wind, which is crazy. Hail threat super low, as I said, but before these storms all merged into a line and they were kind of separated like a standard discrete cell, there was a whole heck of a lot more of a hail risk than there is now. None of these really show much of anything. And, like, it looks terrible on radar. Or, not terrible. It looks real bad on radar, but it's really not that bad in person. Makes it seem like it's this massive, terrible thunderstorm. And I'll admit, there's a ton of lightning on it. Not as much as I would think there would be for how bad it looks on radar, but, like, it's pretty mild. Winds are like 30, 40 mile an hour gusts, nothing crazy. But it is a marginal risk day, so we're not expecting something crazy out of it. But we are getting some views of a pretty cool storm. I said when it was out west of us, it was all mostly broken up into a couple different ones, and then as it's coming further east, it's just turning into a massive line. Like, we got some cool clouds right off to, like, just left of the center of the screen. Basically, that entire structure of the storm is just, like, dropping down off to the, I guess, off to our north. It's the lowest part of the storms that we've had today. Nothing like wall cloud or shelf cloud. We have no rotation on any of these at all, but we're hoping. Little QLCS spin up, add a little spice to the day. But I mean, winds in the storm are super low. As I said, it looks pretty bad on radar, but pretty moderate in person. Sorry guys, trying to adjust the phone again from this stupid mount. We're definitely not later tonight. Like in an hour or two is going to be a lot of rain, but nothing else. I think after this storm, whatever happens with this, I'll be out. Molly might want to drive to the beach, but he has time to catch up. But same, like this line is not doing much of anything, so there's not really that much of a point in falling all the way down there trying to chase it for 30 or 40 mile an hour winds. So it is storm that we're on is slowly starting to die off. Fizzling out a little bit. Starting to break up, but somebody remind me that I need to go buy a better phone mount on Amazon, because I'll forget until the next time I go to do this, and I'll remember that I should have done it before. We may or may not be live tomorrow again. I wouldn't count on it. Like Motley was saying earlier, we got basically a bunch of storms coming through for the next like 5 days, but we're not going to have anything, we don't have anything in the immediate near future that's going to be super bad. A lot of rain in the morning tomorrow / early afternoon. Somehow we've escaped having a bunch of rain on top of us, excluding when we were driving back through it. I mean, that's about right in front of us. That little cloud is moving pretty quick. We are trying to chase the leading edge of the storm, try and get a good view of it. See if we can catch something out in Cortland. There's a similar situation, a bunch of trees and everything else, but definitely some pretty decent winds directly above us. Nothing crazy on ground level, but very peaceful and quiet out here. Basically everywhere south of downtown Richmond is getting a ton of rain right now. Some pretty heavy rain at that. Where we're headed is going to be the worst part of this rain. But even still, I don't think it's going to be too bad. It's definitely raining though. We're almost out to Cortland. Super heavy rain off to our north. In a few different spots of that storm, but there's one big portion of the storm that's just dumping rain. Always down for a good free car wash, I'll tell you that. I know Miley is too. Always down for a good car wash. Especially when it's free. I still question whether I should have let Motley navigate us today, but even if I was, we'd have been the same damn way. I don't know if I'd have driven down this far, but I'd probably stayed a little bit more east. But it does seem to work out so far. We've got some crazy good photo shots or video shots of the storm. Almost there, guys. Sorry if it's a little boring right now. So much rain up to our north. Got like, I don't know, 10 more minutes, 5 more minutes until we get where we're going. And we should have a pretty decent view back at the storm again for like the 4th time. Not as nice of a structure now as it was before. Like I said, it's kind of not broken up, but weakened a little bit. Started dropping a lot more rain. Doesn't look near as good. We are headed out to Caprone, Portland area. Trying to catch back up to the front. We're not going to catch back up all the way to the front, but we'll catch up to the front. Mostly have a nice view back on it. Like I said before, luckily these storms are going pretty slow, so we don't have to. I mean, we're doing 65 miles an hour, and we're cranking back up to this thing. Some decent rain shafts up right off to the left, wherever that little sunny spot was, right above the trees. When we go out, but we're making it work. Feels like Dixie Alley all over again. Getting close. Almost back ahead of it. Just off to our left. We'll be taking a slight left turn here shortly, going on to, I mean, it's pouring rain, like 30 degrees sideways right now. And I'm going to drive right through it because I'm stupid. we're gonna have a nice, fun drive back home. One mile. We'll be where we're, well, kind of almost where we're going. Some cool cloud structure on this storm again. Ton of rain. I don't know how much we'll be able to see, but we're gonna try. Get off on 35 here towards Cortland. We'll have a nice little view. I don't know if he's gonna stop where he's gonna stop, but I'm gonna stop as soon as we get a nice little opening, little clearing. Or you guys are gonna get to see the structure of the storm here in a second, as soon as you make this turn. Heading into a hell of a lot of rain, I'll tell you that. Basically, what's directly in front of us, and like, I don't know, about hypothetically 5 miles up the road is a hell of a lot of rain. It might be even closer than that. I'm not looking at GPS, but it's not very far, I'll tell you that. 3 miles, maybe. I mean, it's like you can barely see the clouds ahead of us because of all the rain. Trying to get ahead of the, or away from these trees, but about to be in downtown Cortland and have a pretty good look back. Pretty cool place here. Almost moved out this way. Classic old little downtown, and then not really even a one-stop light town. It's just one flashing light. That's it. my least driving skills in. Almost completely out ahead of this thing now. Finally. It's gotten a little bigger since we had to pass by it the last time. And it's basically like almost a straight west to east storm. So we're like driving, it's like paralleling us pretty much. So it's like as we're driving, it's just going right next to us. Maybe right up here we can finally get a clear view opening. I don't even know where we're at, dude. I'm not sure Motley knows where we're at either. Have another look at the storm that we're trying to stay ahead of, or get ahead of, I mean.